Hey guys, welcome back to our part 2 of our Q&A for Carla and Ariel. And for those who are new, welcome to our channel. My name is Carla. This is Ariel, my husband.
And we have a little critter here.
We have, we have Peanut here. As you guys, for those who have watched my videos previously, he has appeared in my videos.
He does usually cameos in every video.
Secretly he appears for some reason. But for those who have not watched part 1 of our Q&A, I'll go ahead and put it in the card somewhere in the screen, so that way you guys can go check it out first, and then you guys can come watch part 2, which is basically the continuation of our QA. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, leave a comment, leave any extra questions that you guys may have for either me or Ariel. Just go ahead, you're more than welcome to leave it in the comments, and we'll go ahead and answer to them when we get to them. So we're going to get started.
All right, Peanut, say hi. And we're off. Didn't work out as well as I wanted to, so and we're off. Okay. Trying to be a YouTuber there. Okay.
That's what I would do.
Okay, so we're back with the questions, and
you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start.
Again, yeah.
Ladies first.
That works for me.
All right. What is something I enjoy doing with you?
We enjoy doing a lot of things together. You know, whenever, of course, you have the chance and I'm home and we both have the free time, we like to cook together. Excuse me. We like playing video games together. That's always fun. Watching TV. You know, we like the show The Blacklist. What was that one show we were watching last night?
I love A Mama's Boy.
Yeah, so we like watching like random shows that pop up and stuff. So you know, we enjoy watching that and movies, of course, and stuff together. So, but the question was, what's something? One thing I would say we like that we do the most. I'd probably say play video games together. That's what we like to do a lot.
Yes, I enjoy my video games a lot.
All right. My question to you is, how long have we been together?
Oh Lord. It's already been 5+ years, right? Almost.
We're going
on 6.
Yes.
So it's a long time. It feels like I'm not gonna lie. It feels like forever.
Not to get political, that's a full Senate term right there. That's a long time.
You did not just come there.
Well, I'm just trying to give the viewers out there kind of an analogy of how they can confine 6 years. You know.
That is very true.
What else is 6 years? I mean, what? You can't do middle school and high school. That's 7 years.
Yeah, no.
So I don't know what other way to put it. I mean, unless you got your master's degree, then that's 6 years. So I guess that's another way. I don't know.
But yeah, we've been together. Well, actually, no, not together. We've known each other for 5+ years.
No, we've been together.
No, we've been together.
Yeah.
Oops.
You were right. You second guess stuff. You always got to go with your gut, girl. You had it right.
I'm so lost. I'm telling you, when you're with a person so long, you're like, you're still with me.
Well, the plan is for, like science says, the best place is to be together.
Yeah, but it's been 5+ years. It's a long time. Because I've seen relationships that people have been together for like 10+ years, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Not even, don't even go that far. Look at celebrities, man. They marriages can't even last that long.
Yeah. All right, so let's head to the next question. Of course, this is going to be an obvious, easy question. Who is the funny one? Obviously,
Yeah,
Mr. Ariel. Yeah, yes, he's the jokester.
Even though sometimes she wants me like, I'm an impromptu or spontaneous jokester. It's like if it just comes out and naturally just comes out, I'm just going to throw it out there. And that's it, but it's not like, oh, can you do that again? It's like, yeah, it doesn't work like that.
It's a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's just, it happens in the moment. You have to be there for the moment. If you happen to record it, well, that's better for you. And if not, well, you missed out. That's what I see.
It kind of sucks when he says that, but that's how he is.
Why?
Because I would love to see it. Like, what if I was doing something and I'm like, can you do it again? I missed it.
Well, I can try, but it doesn't feel as natural.
It's not like the moment.
No, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. All right.
Oh,
go ahead.
My turn. Okay. Let's see. What was our first road trip together?
Well, first road trip would be the honeymoon.
Yes, because technically we went in 2016
To your
to
cousin's
my
wedding.
cousin's wedding in New York, where I come from.
That was by plane. That's not considered a road trip.
Yeah, so that's why I say that one can't count. So technically, our first road trip was to Beavers Bend, Oklahoma. Broken Bow, Beavers Bend, somewhere in Oklahoma over there.
Hochatown. For those who are from Oklahoma, Hochatown is very tiny. It's a very small town. I really liked it though.
Yeah, it was nice.
If you guys are in the Texas, Oklahoma area,
Arkansas too,
or any surrounding sound of Texas,
anywhere around Oklahoma.
yes, go to Hochatown or Broken Bow. I think it was Broken Arrow or Broken Bow, one of those two. But
it's somewhere over there, and they have nice cabins you can go to if you want to do a romantic retreat, or if you even want to do like a family gathering. They have plenty of stuff, you know.
Very nice.
Miniature golf, souvenir stores. They had you could do like boat riding or canoeing, something like that.
The lakes are very nice over there.
Yeah, if you like the nature and mountains, trees and stuff like that, you have a lot of natural parks too,
Hiking
places to go around.
stuff.
Yes. So it has a lot to do if you're an outdoorsy person. If you're not an outdoorsy person, I mean, you can still enjoy it from your car and just drive around and enjoy it that way. And then they have, further out, you have some restaurants that were pretty good that we went to as well and stuff like that. But for the most part, it was a very nice nature-centric place to go to.
Yeah, it was a nice getaway, in my opinion. That was like the first getaway I think I have been in like a very long time. Because I think the other trips that I had was like just going from state to state, so it was from like New Jersey and then from Texas.
But didn't you go to like Galveston or something like that?
But yeah, but I wouldn't consider that a vacation.
No, but it's not a vacation; it's a road trip.
Oh yeah,
So, in other words, we need to know. You guys can put in the comments what is considered a road trip. For me, a road trip is, I would say, it's a trip you're going to do where you have to at least gas up once. Because that means it's further enough and you had to go enough that you pretty much emptied your whole tank. Well, if you have a car that can drive a lot of miles. If you got like a truck and a V8 engine, you're going to drive 30 miles and you got the gas up again, so that don't count. But you're driving a good distance where you're driving at least 3-4 hours, I would say. I would consider that a road trip, in my opinion.
Very true. I enjoy road trips because I feel like you can enjoy it a little bit more. You can stop and
sightsee and
stuff. But if you're on a plane, I mean, you're up in the clouds, and I mean, yeah, you could look down and see like little tiny stuff, but it's not the same as being there personally. So
yeah,
it's like, but so far, yeah, that was our only road trip. So
no, that wasn't our only one.
Well, I mean, our first one ever.
Okay,
sorry,
yeah, we had
because our second one.
We went to San Antonio.
Was San Antonio.
San Antonio.
We went for his birthday. That I took him for his birthday
earlier this year.
Thank God.
Right before the
pandemic, it was super huge than anything. So we were able to enjoy his time and his birthday and stuff like that. It was needed, but yes, thank God, it was awesome. It was before the pandemic even became huge as it is now. But yep. All right.
All right.
Next question.
Yes.
For me to you, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. Would I prefer to stay in or go out on Friday night?
Well, usually for the most part, we stay in on Friday nights, of course, but in like a general sense, if I were to say any day of the week, would you prefer to stay in or go out? Pre-pandemic, I'd say you probably would like to go out because you like to, at least walk around and drive around, go to the store, whatever. Now, of course, pandemic era, we want to stay home, of course, because we want to try to prevent the risk of possibly getting it, because even though we're both young and we could probably be asymptomatic or may not get any strong symptoms, of course, we don't want to get it and then eventually pass it to one of our parents or, one of our coworkers, something along those lines. So I would say now we probably want to stay inside, and like I said, we do so many different things together that it's not a big deal for us. We'll make it work, it's not a big problem. But pre-pandemic, I would say, or maybe eventually once this pandemic finishes, I'll probably say you enjoy more going out, and it's not necessarily we have to be out all night or spend a bunch of money. It's just, spending time together.
Yes, that's very true. He's very right. He knows me too well.
Yes.
Okay.
My next question to you is, where was our first date?
Now,
this is tough, but I don't even remember.
No.
So that should make you feel better.
No, not that. in our reality, we didn't actually like have a date. Because of the fact that we always had his parents and we had my mom come along, so I wouldn't, in my opinion, I don't know how you see it, but in my opinion, I wouldn't consider that a date, because a date, of course, it will only be you and the other person. But of course, in all aspects, but I mean, you know, in a good way, I think the first date would be considered, I think when we were first, I think it was, I don't know if it was the week after you asked me to become your girlfriend. And we went out somewhere, but I can't recall where we went.
I want to say...
Was it bowling? I think it was bowling.
I want to say we went to Starbucks. I don't know if we ate before that, but we went to Starbucks, and then we did go bowling, if I remember correctly, which I don't right now.
Okay. Well, I think that's what it was. I think we did go bowling. And I remember, I think it was that day we went bowling, and I think you were playing pool with your brother, I think. Because I know we were with...
Guys, this was about 5+ years ago.
Yeah, this is a long time
my
ago.
My memory is not serving me well, but I will just agree.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but let's just say it was at bowling.
Well, I know at first when we first started going out together and we were officially a couple, we used to go bowling a lot. So that's why we're leaning towards that, because more than likely that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm confident in the answer. Survey says.
All right.
I think that's the answer.
All right.
Okay, so it's my turn to ask the question. Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're right. It is your turn. I'm sorry.
That's what I thought.
I apologize.
So this is my last and final question for you. Aren't you relieved?
Not necessarily. He's been pretty good questions. Not a difficult question.
All right. Have I ever gotten you something you didn't like?
That I could think of? No. Everything you've gotten to me, whether it's been a surprise or, you know, we've gone to the store together to get it, everything you've gotten me I've liked and I've used, and I try to keep on to every single thing she's gotten me. Just, of course, for the memory and the, what would be the correct word? I don't think the intangible is the correct word, but just the memory, the nostalgia of the moment. Like, oh yeah, I remember when you got me this shirt, or you got me this hat, or this jewelry, or whatever the case may be. Like, this was one of the first gifts I remember she got me. This necklace here with these 2 rings. And I usually wear it all the time, but this is one of the first gifts she got me, and I still have it till this day, you know, and I'll still continue to use it until...
I can't believe he still has it.
Hopefully I never lose it, if it ever loses or gets damaged or whatever, so luckily I still have that, and that's one of the things I wear almost just about every day for the most part, unless I don't feel like wearing silver that day and I wear something else, or I don't want to wear a necklace, you know, that day, but yes. No, to the answer. There hasn't been anything that you've gotten me that I have not liked. Everything has been everything she's gotten me has been awesome. There's a lot of things she's surprised and stuff, and I'm like, well, why did you get me that? And not in a negative way, like a positive way, like you didn't need to get me all that, but that's just in her heart to be doing, you know, stuff like that, which is, you know, it's awesome and nice and sweet of her and stuff. And something I'm like, you need to spend that much.
And guys, I'm so bad at surprises because just recently, for his birthday, I was like, when was it that? It was December of last year, before, you know, the
it was in November.
No, it was December of last year. Well, I think it was almost the end of November, and then that's when I started.
It was around Thanksgiving time.
It was around Thanksgiving time. And I remember I was in the parking lot at work, and then, I don't know, I was like, oh my goodness, I was like, something's telling me I need to give a nice big surprise for Ariel. So then I'm just on my phone, and then I was looking at cars, and then I was like, oh my goodness, should I not? Like, are they going to deny me? Because, of course, this is my first time buying a car. I was like, I wasn't sure how the process was going to work and stuff like that. So I was looking at cars, and this guy is super tall. So I was like, I don't want to get him an SUV because I feel like SUVs is more like a woman's car and stuff like that. So I was like, I need to give him a nice sedan, but a sedan that he's able to fit in, like he's comfortable in, since he's like super tall. I want to make sure that he drives comfortably or whatever. Yeah, you work out. Okay. And then so I started looking and stuff like that. I didn't want to ask him. Well, I think sometime before I even had the idea of getting you a car, I briefly asked you, oh, like what kind of car?
Yeah, we've always spoken about like kind of like what our dream car is and stuff, and I've always thought I just want a car that's economical, that is good on mileage, so that way I just gas it up with as little money as I need to. It's going to last me a long time. It's going to be durable and good to go. I don't care about all these fancy, name brand cars like I call like Mercedes or what, BMW or none of that stuff. I just want something that's going to last me. That 10 years from now, when you're watching this video, 10 years from now, if YouTube still exists, I'll probably still have that same car. So that's what I was aiming for. So continue your story.
Yes. So I remember that. I think that same day, I had I guess you could say purchased the car because I got it from what is it, Carvana.
And they're not sponsoring this.
And they're
video.
not. No, they're not.
But
They're not.
yes.
So don't hunt me down. So they're not sponsoring this video. But I got it. I was just browsing through Carvana and stuff like that. So I saw the car that I got that he now has. I was like, oh my gosh, I pictured him in that car. So then I went ahead and of course you're doing the purchase through the app and stuff like that. So I went through everything and stuff like that, and then it was giving me an issue at first because it was like, oh, it couldn't process my request or something like that. And then I was like, oh, okay, so I guess it wasn't meant to be, and God's not allowing me to do this or whatever. But then next thing you know, I get a text message, oh, your purchase order was confirmed. I was like, okay. And then, so that same day, I was like, oh my gosh. And I remember I was telling my coworkers, there was one of my coworkers, she sat next to me. I was like, oh my gosh, you can't believe what I just did. She was like, what'd you do? I was like, I bought a car for my husband that he doesn't know. It's going to be his surprise or whatever. And I remember that same day I went back home and he had made dinner because, of course, this was around the time, the pre-pandemic era when I was still working in the office. And then I remember we have an island here, and I remember we were sitting on the island because I don't know why we were sitting on the island. I think we were still.
No, we were eating dinner.
We had just
finished.
Oh, we had just finished or something like that. And then so I was like, I got the text that she's saying, oh, your order or your car or your purchase was gonna be here on Saturday. Or was gonna arrive Saturday or something like that. So then I kept getting a phone call from a person from Carvana, and then I was like, oh shoot, I have to go to the room. So I would go to the room, I'll go to the closet, and then I would be like, hello, and then for him not to hear because I didn't want it to be too obvious. So then I got out of the room, and then I was like, oh, my mom's calling or whatever. So I went to the room, whatever. And then, so I kept looking at him. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the type of person that I'm terrible with surprises. I'm terrible. Like he can like he can keep a surprise and like keep me guessing like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen or what could it be or whatever. But me, I feel like, oh my gosh, like, do you want to know? Do you want to get you or whatever?
I already want to tell you. I don't
so then I remember telling him, I was like, so we have to make sure that we're here Saturday morning or whatever. I remember telling you something around those lines. And then you're like, why? And then I was like, oh, it's because I got you something. And then you were like,
no, I think you said something like a package is coming.
Or so, yeah, a package is coming or something.
That's bad random.
And you're like, okay, well, it doesn't matter. That you just leave it in the parcel locker or something.
Well, the key thing is you said, oh, somebody has to sign for it. I'm like, oh, so somebody has to sign for what? Is it a car or something like that?
And he had to say a car. I was like, I don't know.
And then her face said it all, and I'm like.
But he was so happy. I remember that day on Saturday when the guy called. He was like, oh, he's like, I'm here at the 7-Eleven in the corner where you told me to meet up. And I was like, okay, I'll be right down or whatever. So then I remember telling Ariel, hey, it's time, we gotta go. So we went and stuff like that. I was like, oh my gosh. And then the car was there, and then I remember we took it for a test drive. Because, of course, the good thing about them is like, oh, if you want to test it out or whatever, and if you don't, in 7 days, if you don't like it, then you bring it back when you exchange it or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So then he looked mad happy. I was like,
of course,
my babe.
And of course, we're almost a year with the car, so I still have 9 more years at least with it to reach my minimum life expectancy with the car. But it's a Honda, so usually if you take care of them, they should last a long time. So
yes,
that's the plan.
But my thing was to make sure he had a car because this guy had it tough. He had it too tough. He was taking He was taking the train, what we call here in the DART in Texas. So I was like, I don't know. I feel so bad, and plus the heat here in Texas is just so intense. And then sometimes during the fall, even winter time. Now it's getting a little chilly, and unexpectedly, it's getting very chilly. So then I remember ever since we started dating, he would always be walking to work, taking the train, or sometimes he would take the bus or take the trolley because he used to work. He used to live more closer to downtown, so he would take the trolley and stuff like that. And so I was like, nah, that needs to change. He needs to have his own car because just for emergencies or anything, because you never know. God forbid anything happens or something happens to me or I don't have my car no more, God forbid, and stuff like that. But we have an extra car, or we have an extra sort of transportation. But yeah, that's the whole story about me ruining my surprise. So.
And about what was the original question? I don't remember the original question. Oh, wait, let's backtrack. Oh no.
No, that's your question. The original question was there something that I gave you, not something that you liked?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or was there ever a gift that you never liked?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Oh, right. That's why I saw all the gifts, and it's like a month before that. She's like, "Oh, I got you an early." Random Amazon comes knocking on the door, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I got you an early birthday gift," and I'm like, "Okay, we're like 2 months ahead," and then she come out of nowhere with this Xbox One, and I'm like you didn't even get it.
Xbox One was huge back then.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So, and I mean, I was still rocking the Xbox 360, which was fine, and stuff like that. But I was like, I was really happy I got one. Yeah, well, it was rocking. Yeah, like on a rocky road.
It was rocking like an engine, guys. That was the most terrible noise I ever heard.
Yeah, I know. I used to wake her up in the morning, but either way, it was like, of course I was grateful. I was kind of like, you need to get me that, but I mean, I still play it now, and it's awesome. So
he's very humble, guys. He doesn't I love giving him gifts because it's like unexpected, and I know he's gonna like it either way. Like, he's a very appreciative person, but at the same time, he's the type of person that's like, you didn't need to do that,
Yeah.
Like, he's the type of person. So.
Exactly. We will. Okay, so my question.
I think it's your last question, I believe.
Alright, so this is the last question of the video. Alright, this one I don't even remember, but hopefully she has better memory than me, and she can remember this because I don't know the answer. The final answer for $1 million. Okay, no, not for $1 million because we don't have that kind of money. Still, who said "I love you" first?
Dang, that is very.
Again, this was 5 plus, almost going on 6 years. So
this was a long time ago.
I do not remember.
Well, I can say. What are you doing? All I see in my peripherals, all I see is his eyebrows and stuff like that. I think it was me.
I do not remember.
I think at some point we I don't know if or correct me if I'm wrong. Because I think I asked you, is this the right time? Or maybe I was thinking to myself at the time, I was like, could it be the right time to say I love you? Or would it be just too fast? And even though we just started dating. I think we didn't do it through text or anything. I think we said it personally.
Yeah, but I don't remember.
But I don't remember.
I want to say it was probably like a couple months after we started dating. Because, of course, since we had first met, we were really good friends and stuff like that. And we would talk every day and we got along very well. So it was, we knew each other for, I would say it was close to a year. It had to be somewhere like close to the summer of that year. So it was a 3-4 months in. I would say probably that's when it, all went in. Nothing we knew it was serious. So serious.
Alright guys, that will be it for our Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed that Q&A, both parts.
It was pretty fun.
It was fun. I think we learned a lot about each other.
Yeah, well, for the most part we knew, but yeah, still. And we've refreshed our memory because I'm like, back in the day when you had dial-up and it was buffering. That's kind of how my mind was for a good portion of this, trying to remember some stuff. But
yeah, I think I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
Did you have fun?
It was a lot better than I expected. I thought it was going to be more kind of like harder question. I was going to be like,
You're going to be thinking for like a long time.
Yeah, and I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So it was good. Better easy questions.
But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoy his presence because I know it's the first time he's been here. Not here, but on videos.
Yes, and I may not be on all the videos. I may be behind the camera and stuff because I like to focus more on that. I'm not so much in front of the camera person. I'm more behind the scenes kind of person. But of course, I will pop in here and there.
Every
maybe,
once in a while.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
to partake in a video, and yeah, there's a really long outro, but
I know.
yes.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and let you guys go. So make sure you like, and you can share this video with other people, with your friends or your family. Just show how goofy we are,
Yes.
our weird selves. Don't forget to follow me on my socials. I'll have them linked in the description. I'll have them at the end of this video as well. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next video.
Peace.